the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, Luck again. Escaping the pressure right. Going underneath for Crowell. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Luck on first down. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Here's Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 3rd and long. It's Locke. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw. Open man right side is Sharp. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a 2nd one, that's on you. And if there's a 3rd one, I'm getting someone else in the game. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he
going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and it winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dion Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a give to Crowell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. It's locked. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
4 down, 4 down. Gun!
Back to throw. Finds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck eluding the pressure right. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Luck. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They snap it to Locke. Steps away to his. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And that'll bring up second down.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Forced out to his left. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it is 28-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney merciless in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll fake it. Now Locke out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
53. On. Hey, watch it. Go ahead.
Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Patriot! Now let's go!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches
going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hey, we got four now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. But we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They give it off here to the tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a touchdown there on the short run.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Luck. Being chased out left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
On 3rd down, Crowell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
I don't care what anyone says. To me, it takes a little bit of intestinal fortitude to call a running play in this down and distance. I mean, you're talking 3rd and 10, and sometimes the angles line up really well on a running play.
I caught him totally off guard. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Call
that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Crowell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Locke. And this is incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Sharp. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. Once again, they run with Mixon. Space to run past the 20, and down to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's a give to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
The goal for them wasn't to simply make the postseason. They wanted to make some noise once they got there. Well, they made the noise all right. They're moving on.
And to get deep into the playoffs, that's everyone's goal ultimately. Now it's a reality for them. Now they've got a chance to get to the ultimate goal.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.